Hey guys, so the time has come to harvest some chamomile. As you can see, the center of the chamomile bed started to split in half due to the weight after a rain. So, even though I'd like this chamomile to probably stay in the ground a little longer before harvesting it, I'm left with no choice. Typically, you have two types of chamomile. You have German chamomile, then you have Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile also goes by the name of English chamomile. So your Roman and English chamomile are basically low growing and spreading type of chamomile. And it's actually a perennial. So this is an annual chamomile, and it is self-seeding. All right, it takes full sun, and as you probably can tell, they get quite tall. They top off between 2 to 3 feet, and they have a branch-like structure. But the Roman type has a single stem habit, and it grows, like I said, very low to the ground, so it might top off around 1 foot. So this chamomile smells really heavenly. And as it's drying in the midday sun, the oils are starting to release, and so is the fragrance. So it's really simple with harvesting German chamomile. You can use either your thumb and forefinger and snip it off like that, or you can use a pair of scissors. And harvest it like that. So as you can see, I've got an endless crop of chamomile. And after I harvest the chamomile, I'll go ahead and dry it. So the way you can dry your chamomile is to lay it out either on the deck in full sun, and you can place it on top of a sheet or a big piece of cardboard or sheets of paper, and keep the flowers separate. Try not to make them touch, because what you're trying to do is get rid of all the moisture. So typically with annual chamomile, you can get multiple harvests. As most of you may know, chamomile makes a great tea. It's a great sleep aid. It's a great calming herb. It's a great calming herb that you can add to sachets, and you can use it as aromatherapy. You can use it as aromatherapy to keep the mind calm and relaxed. I mean, right now I'm feeling very calm and very relaxed, to the point I want to take a nap. Okay, but I got a whole lot more chamomile to go ahead and harvest. So let's continue on. All right, guys, so right now I've got a wasp or two that's busy making their rounds as I'm trying to harvest this chamomile. And I think, in all due respect, I'll let them go ahead and do what they got to do, and then I'll come back to this at another time. All right, so this is my little harvest at this time. So what I understand with chamomile, the fresher it is, you're going to need more to make a serving of tea. But once it dries, it becomes more potent, and you'll need less to make a cup of tea. So like I said, I'll revisit this harvest a little later. Right now, I need to go ahead and make some tomato supports. And I've got some crepe myrtle branches and other pieces of hardware that I'll go ahead and use to make some tomato supports. All right, so over here I've got some crepe myrtle branches that I've cut this season and last season, and I think I can make good use out of these in making some tomato supports. So right here in this U-shaped bed, I got 3 tomatoes. This one's a sun sugar. This is a cherry tomato. It's kind of got a golden, kind of a sunset golden colored cherry-sized tomato. So this is an indeterminate tomato. And what indeterminate tomatoes are tomatoes that don't necessarily have a designated height or length. All right, so it's indeterminate. This one right here is a big boy, which is a hybrid tomato. It's also an indeterminate tomato. And you get these nice, big, juicy, round tomatoes. Great for making sandwiches. This one right here is a black cherry tomato. Of course, they all look the same around this time of year. So black cherries are also an indeterminate variety of tomato, and you know, it's already starting to put out fruit. But I think it's too early in the season to support fruit. So unfortunately, I may go ahead and remove these fruit. Yep, this stage in the game, I want it to establish its root system. So this is where I'm going to go ahead and establish the tomato trellis.